In the previous video, we knew that the writer overcame his fear of water. After defeating the fear of water, he felt a unique kind of experience. Let us see what type of experience the writer had. The experience had a deep meaning for me. The writer is saying that the experience he got had a deep meaning for him. It gave him a great lesson. As only those who have known stark terror, as only those who have known stark terror and conquered it can appreciate. As those who have known stark terror, as the writer knew when he was drowning in the water of the pool. At the time he felt death. He felt that death was approaching towards him. He was nearly dead. In this way, he felt the experience of death. He felt the stark terror of death. And after that, he conquered it. He defeated the fear and conquered it. That's why he's saying only those who have known stark terror like him and conquered it like him can appreciate. Otherwise, nobody can appreciate without having such type of experience. And he got a great lesson from this experience. He knew that in death there is peace, because he was very close to death, and he felt that there is peace in death. Up to a certain limit there is fear of death, but after crossing limit there is no fear of death, but actually there is peace. There is terror only in the fear of death. The writer is saying there is terror only in the fear of death. Actually, death itself is not fearful. Death itself is not a horrible thing. But actually, the fear of death is horrible. As Roosevelt, the American President Roosevelt knew when he said, all we have to fear is fear itself. He said that all have to fear itself. Because I had experienced both the sensation of dying and the terror that fear of it can produce. See, because I means the writer had experienced both the sensation of dying, because he was nearly dead. He was very close to death. That's why he experienced the sensation of dying and the terror that fear of it can produce. It means to say that the writer felt both the things. he felt death, and he also felt the fear, the terror which can be produced by death. The will to live somehow grew in intensity, means high degree. And see, he also felt the will, means the willpower, willingness to live somehow. Actually, he was drowning, he was dying, but he had strong willpower to fight against death because he had willpower to live somehow. And that willpower grew in intensity, in high degree. At last, I felt released. And when he had defeated his fear, he felt free, released from fear. At last, I felt released, means free, to walk the trails, means tracks, and climb the peaks. Now he was fearless. He had no fear of death. And that's why he was able to walk the trails and climb the peaks and to brush aside. Brush aside means push aside, ignore or remove fear. And he was able to remove fear. Brush aside, push aside, ignore, or you can write remove. And he was able to remove his fear. So in this way, he felt death. He also felt the fear of death, and he also felt the willingness to live somehow. And ultimately, he defeated the fear of death and got success in his mission. Now see, the writer has said that in death there is peace. You see, in this picture, the picture symbolizes that there is peace in death, because after death a person feels no pain, nothing is felt by the person, because death is beyond all type of pains. There is no sorrow and suffering after death. Actually, the main cause of sorrow and suffering is the fear of death. The fear of death is more horrible than death itself. That's why the writer is saying to us, be free from the fear of death. See, in next picture, it also symbolizes that there is peace in death. And see, this picture symbolizes the horrible image of death. Death is horrible, but the fear of death is more horrible than death itself. See, this picture also symbolizes the horrible image of death, but actually it is the fear of death that is more horrible than death itself. That's why the message here is that persons should not be afraid of death, but they should try to overcome their fear of death. Once their fear is defeated by them, then Death will not be then death will not look horrible. It will look peaceful. Now we have come to the end of the chapter.